Hello, hello again. Actually, I won't be the one presenting the Blockchain Game Alliance to you today. We are out of 9 board members here today, so I'll ask them to come on stage with me right now. Alex, Gabby, Nicholas, 3 Nicholases actually. You can come on stage right now and take place in the seats. Yeah, sure. I think there. All right, so we've been working the few past months into this project, and I'll let Alex here present it to you, actually.
Hiya. Some of you will already know me, but I've been interested in how blockchains and decentralized technology can work with games for many years, and speaking about it since sort of 2013, 2014. And it's taken a few years, but now we're getting there, and we're seeing lots of really interesting projects. But it's definitely time that we put something together that helps all of us work towards a common goal. So the Blockchain Alliance is a coalition of gaming and blockchain companies. And we're committed to advocating and exploring the use of decentralized technology within the gaming industry. And we're convinced that these technologies have the potential to bring numerous benefits to the whole ecosystem, from developers to players, but also to brands and publishers. Everyone can benefit. But as a nascent sector, we believe it's really important to create a central hub so that for all of those that are interested or working in the space can communicate and research, and we can solve problems together, because in that way we'll be stronger. So our ultimate goal as a Blockchain Game Alliance is to help spread the integration of decentralized technologies, such as through industry education, developing common standards, especially around things like NFTs, and establishing best practices. So thanks to Manon especially, you've got this going, and your team, and the wonderful people on this stage here. We're in the process of setting the organization up. But to do that, we need information from you, and we need feedback from you. So over the next 6 to 12 months, we'll be sort of saying more and more about what we're doing. We'll be exploring things. But for now, if you could go to the website, which I think is on there, blockchaingamealliance.org.
Yes, we put together very quickly yesterday, actually, a landing page about the Blockchain Game Alliance. We've been very, very busy, all of us. So anyway, you can scan the QR code. It's a very basic landing page, but what we really would like you to do, if you're interested in this initiative, is that you subscribe to our newsletter, because this way we can actually communicate with you about the Blockchain Game Alliance, all the news and the work we're doing, and maybe we can find a way to contribute together in the next month. There is also a Twitter handle. I created that this weekend. There is no tweet there yet, but I hope there will be a lot of tweets in the coming weeks. And yes, so what I wanted to do today, I know there are 2 members missing, Dan from Gimli and Ludovic from Consensus. Maybe he's there, but I didn't see him today. If he's there, he can come on stage with us.
Here in spirit.
Dan is definitely in spirit with us right now. Couldn't make it, but he's there. And I wanted to ask you guys, because you're all from different companies doing gaming, blockchain, both, and I wanted to ask you about the key takeaways, the Blockchain Game Alliance, why you're in this initiative, and what you find so interesting about it. Maybe Gabby, you want to?
Sure. When we started on the blockchain gaming space earlier this year, we saw that there were people who had a lot of common goals. They were building maybe slightly overlapping things, but everyone is trying to push the industry in the same way. And getting people together in an organized way to push the industry forward, kind of settle on maybe technical standards, talk with the rest of industry, maybe work with government entities if needed. There's some entity that pushes the space forward for everybody, I think is a really good thing to have. And it's hard to put together an organization like this, especially people who are probably founders or high-ranking people in their own companies. Everyone's busy schedule. But taking this time out to do this organization, I think will benefit everyone.
Okay, the first, Nicolas. So for Ubisoft, we are really here to support the ecosystem. And why? Because we really, actually, our CEO, Yves Guillemot, is really a believer. He talks a lot about blockchain in a lot of interviews. The last one was in China, for China Joy. And so he is really fond of blockchain. And I say that for us, yeah, we support the ecosystem, but also we really want to explore, like everyone here, and to see how it can be real. Because in my opinion, it's okay, you're all here and it exists, but it's not quite real yet in terms of mass market, as John Jordan shows us this morning. So that's the first thing. And yeah, our expectation is that maybe in some years from now, we all forgot that blockchain was a thing, because it will be here.
So for me, ever since early days in blockchain, I think it's always been about education, about educating people. Ever since the early days, I've always had to meet with people, tell them about what Bitcoin was and trade tokens, and then people sort of start getting the idea of how things are. So I think one of the challenges for us is in this space that a lot of game developers are completely focused on game design, and they don't know about these tools that are coming out of this space and how they could use them in games. So it's going to be about educating and discussing all the different opportunities and possibilities as this moves so fast. Every month things are changing. So that's what it's like for me.
Hello. Yeah, so I'm the founder of Ultra. So we are a game distribution platform. So we see basically a lot of different projects who are trying to come to the blockchain space. Some are really scared. So when we talk to big game developers, they're like, okay, this is really interesting, but we don't want to get on board right now because we don't know how it works. We don't know if we can do it. And so we hear all those information, and I believe we have to have this kind of organization who help evangelize what is blockchain, how can it interact basically with the game itself, because that's something really key for the developers. They think about it, they want to do it, they don't know how to do it. So that's, I think, our mission, all of us, is to find a solution basically to have them integrate blockchain, and that they don't need even to think about it. It's just there, and it just works.
Thanks. Thanks so much. Actually, Nicholas, the third one, from Ever Dreamsoft, I think you're the oldest blockchain gaming project around.
One of the oldest, it's true. First ICO in Switzerland, you were the first ICO in France.
Who else was before you?
In the same spirit time, that was a Hunter Coin, and that was Garrett with Deckbound.
Oh yes,
That's
right,
true.
of course.
The Bitcoin bundle, 2013, July. It's not as exciting, I'm afraid.
But for us, Everdreamsoft, because we're behind the game Spell of Genesis, the Wallet Book of Orbs, next game, next wallet, is like in gaming, there's a lot of games, a lot of players. In blockchain gaming, there is a lot. Diversity is good for quality. So you can have different blockchain, you can have different game, different wallet, different players. But it's good to go to interoperability that we started. Cards are playable in Beyond the Void and Spell of Genesis, and also perhaps the dual chain wallet. So diversity is good if you can interoperate, and it's good for the players if I have a token I can use in different area. Fragmentation is not good. So sometimes if you have too much diversity and they are not compatible, you have fragmentation. So we are here, I will say, internally in the blockchain gaming area to bring this interoperability against fragmentation and as well communicate externally with the rest of the world.
Great, thank you. So essentially, we thought the Blockchain Game Alliance with two main pillars. The one would be, well, getting together and talking and maybe workshopping and on different subjects, even if we don't want to be like on one technology in particular, but talking about blockchain in general. I think it would be good to have information actually about blockchain circulating around. So, and that's our actually our second pillar is education, and education between ourselves, and also education for maybe the traditional video game industry. Because we all meet, well, most of the traditional video game industry now is not aware of blockchain, or not a lot aware of blockchain. And maybe the purpose of this alliance is also to guide somehow the video game industry into through blockchain adoption. Did you want to, maybe we could, if you have any question, want to react about anything, it's time to do so.
Hey everybody, my name is Nelly. I just wanted to thank you for what you're doing. I think mass adoption is key for blockchain. I just recently launched a non-profit association here in France, in Lyon, to help women discover blockchain and programming languages. So I think there's a lot of things that we can do together. And one first objective is education. And I think everybody needs to know this technology.
Thank you very much. I think we have like 40 seconds, so I don't think it's that much for another question. But anyway, please, if you're interested, subscribe to our newsletter and follow us on Twitter. And there is also a Telegram group, actually. It's private. It's Gabby's work. And and a lot of people are already in there. But if you're not, we can definitely share with people that are interested and keep this conversation going. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here with us, me today. Thanks.